Hello everybody, this is Joel, aka Bourbon Dingo, and welcome to episode 26 of my second series on Let's Play Crusader Kings 2. Alright, during the last episode, we actually started trying to clean up our succession line. We already caused one of our sons to die in a suspicious accident, and the health of my king is starting to worry me a bit. I believe I'm going to go ahead and press the assassination on my current heir, and we're going to see what we can do about it. We have a 30% chance, and alright, that's good. Okay, we have gone ahead and we have actually caused Duke Gilbride II to pass away. We have Duke Cadwgan III of Albany. And even better, he remains our heir. So I'm going to get the clock started. And the good thing is that if I survive for any length of time, I'll still have enough time to possibly change him from being Scottish to Welsh. And that's our #1 goal. But alright, we just got notification that the Scourge has arrived, and this is the Ilkhanate, and intent on conquering the Muslim world. And this is going to be very interesting to start watching. Because, as I said, we have a huge amount of power concentrated here in the Byzantine Empire. And the Fatimids and the Umarids are actually fairly strong themselves, so I don't think they're strong enough to actually hold up against the oncoming hordes over here. So we're going to keep watching them, and made even worse by the fact that it appears that the very first places they hit were the Byzantine Empire right here. And that may be more just the fact that it's in the way. Taking a look at the war right here, you can see they're defending against the Mongol invasion in Khiva. As I said, we're just going to keep a good watch over here and wait for whatever happens to happen. Alright, we have somebody trying to fabricate a claim on the Kingdom of Goodwick. We're going to go ahead and zoom in here real fast because we may be putting down a rebellion here real soon. Taking a look at him, you can see he doesn't like me. He's ambitious. So what I'm going to try to do is take a look at his heir. His heir is not ambitious. His heir actually isn't really all that good, and he does like us. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to pause it real fast, and I want to increase that arrest chance. So what we're going to do is we're going to once again move our Spymaster out to go study technology in England. And since we can suppress revolts, and that gives us an bonus to our... And he has a very low martial skill. I'm sure I have somebody who's better. In fact, it'd be the Duke of Moray, the guy that we're about to try to imprison. I believe I will go ahead and appoint Duke Donnan here and set him into Moray to aid in this. Alright, we have successfully locked him away. And if he complains, we're going to throw him into the oubliette. Alright, let's get the clock started again. And like I said, we're going to keep a very good look at the heir that we currently have set up. He's turning out decent. He's not great. But I suppose we'll see what's happening there in a little while. Coming down and looking at here, there's some fights going on in the Holy Roman Empire. Germany is split again. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. In the Ancona, it's the Anconitan League Independence War. And King Hartmann of Germany has actually joined him. join this one little guy in his attempt to get away. I don't know if he'll get his independence if they win or not. My wife is pregnant again. The Holy Roman Empire is reformed, which means that war's over now. Tuscany is picking up little pieces here and there. Coming down and taking a look in here real fast, there appears to be only Barcelona and Castile are the remaining places that started in Iberia and have stayed there. We have a place from Brittany who is one of our kinsmen. France, which is still the King Bishop the Silent, Thomas the Silent of France. That's kind of interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and take a glance through what we had pop up here real fast. Nothing big going on there. We have someone wanting to kill this is somebody that does not like me. Very much doesn't like her liege. Not sure that I can convince her to end the plot. I can, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, my grandson is curious about the visitors, but was polite enough. I believe he's already gregarious, but we're going to go ahead and wait until the banquet and introduce him again, because that way he'll actually get the bonus to diplomacy. Alright, and she's decided to call that off. We can usurp one title, and this is the Duchy of Gloucester. I'm not sure exactly what happened here. I may have had it usurped from me, because I believe I had it. We could actually press those claims. I cannot currently usurp it because he is at war. Who is he at war with? The Tangerian War for Barcelona. Alright, there's an argument with a mayor and one of my stable masters, and the mayor is appreciative that I got involved in the argument. Taking a look over here, we have some internal fighting happening within the Byzantine Empire. It appears they've pressed even further up into the Byzantine Empire here. The Umayyad Sultanate. The Ilkhanate is starting to take these little areas away. What is kind of messing with me, however, is they seem to be focusing more on fighting the Byzantine Empire than they do actually pushing into the Muslims down here. But alright, we have found that the courtier that had a problem with me before is once again plotting against me. And I believe I've forgave him again. Not exactly sure why. At this point, he really likes us. Alright, I have a little bit of money, and we're going to save up a bit. I appear to be somewhat safe, though this is probably a bad thing to say from attack. So we're going to go start working on building up our new area. I believe in Gwynedd, I'm going to go ahead and build we apparently can only build one more thing in Gwynedd. And I'm going to go ahead and build that medium barracks up to a large barracks. And after that, what we are waiting on is additional tech. Alright, looking at our grandson once again. Still not Welsh. That should change in time. Taking a look at our factions real fast, you can see that the most powerful faction is about 16.6%. We have Duke Anthemos has joined an independence faction. We really don't want that. You can send him a small gift, and that will probably... It may not get him to leave the faction, but he will like us more for it. And in that case, what I'm actually going to do is look at some of these other ones who I could just give some money to, and cause them to possibly disband the factions themselves. That's 106 gold for that count. I'm surprised. We can give him an honorary title, however. Let's make him the Seneschal. That'll get him up to an 81. As my prestige raises and such, that might fix itself. Alright, we can still usurp this title. Well, we can't. They have to be done with this battle first. Alright. Normandy is still kicking, and it's still in the Normandy family. Brittany is not doing too horrible. France as a theocracy is still amazing to me. Really trying to figure out how that actually happened. I thought that would be the... Wait a sec. Alright, so we have a... The Earl of Barcelona is Muslim. And still a member of England. I am heavily interested by that. That's kind of interesting. Alright, taking a quick look, the Fatimids actually seem to be expanding a little bit more. The Ilkhanate may be pressing further south, it seems. Yeah, they took what appears to be all of this down here from the Umarids. I have to wonder if the Byzantine Empire had enough soldiers to actively thwart too much of an advance from them. Alright, one of the ones that was acting against me has passed away. And he was the eunuch that we had. And because he was a eunuch, he didn't have any children or a wife. So, let's go ahead and pause real fast because we need to give that piece away. We have a successor nomination, I suppose, in England. The king is still alive. I'm not sure why our vote went away. Possibly because once we became the Duke of this area, we actually have a vote now. And I would much rather, looking at the two here, the one that would be that would like us more, you would think would probably be where we would vote. But I'm going to actively look and see which one would make the worst king, actually. And I'm thinking that this king would, the Duke of Kent here would make the worst king. I believe he's going to get my nomination. Actually, I can nominate myself. That would be interesting. And in fact, why not? Somebody else may join me. Scotland decided I'd be a better ruler than their king, so maybe England will as well. Let's get that clock started back again. I think I'm going to handle this this one area that I have in Chester. I don't know. Because if I keep that area, not sure exactly how I want to do that. I think I'm just going to hand this off to my son. give him wherever that is. County of Chester. Then I'm just going to go ahead and give him the duchy as well. And my vote will go away because I don't control a dukedom within England anymore. Alright, we need to appoint a new court chaplain, so let's appoint the best that we have. I'm going to send him to research cultural tech once again. Alright, taking a quick look, we have been attempting to fabricate claims, though I'm not sure exactly where. Oh, we never took him off Glamorgan. So let's start attempting to fabricate claims within England. I believe I said I was going to work up here and just attempt to connect Wales and Scotland. Alright, close all those out. Let's take another look at our heir real fast. He's currently 12 years old and still Scottish. I've had him since he was 6, so he should be changing here. Alright, we have a new Duke of Connaught. He likes us. He's a relatively good marshal as well. But yeah, what I'm going to try to do is get maybe 2 or 3 claims right up here. Alright, my grandson has been lying to me. We're going to talk to him about being honest. And he's become honest. He's lost his bonus to intrigue, but he's gaining a good bonus to diplomacy. And his bonus with us will go up quite a bit if we can ever actively change him over to Welsh culture. Alright, we have the Duke of Lothian just passed away. Taking a quick look, the new Duke of Lothian doesn't really like us that much. And he is married to our daughter in a traditional marriage, it seems. Alright, once again, we've decided that someone is plotting against us. And we forgave them as well. Not real sure why we keep plotting against, finding people plotting against us, but we'll handle it for the time being. Alright, I want to see what the war currently going on here in England is. They do have let's see, defending against Emir Said of Marrakesh in the war against the tyranny of King Edgar III of England. Apparently his one vassal down here, who was Muslim but still within England, decided to revolt. So not real sure what's going on with that. We're going to go ahead and attempt to set up another marriage over here with the Princess of Wales. Attach him to anyone I can who has a good rank. I don't see anybody that actually controls any area within here, so what we're going to do is back off of that once more and take a look at rank by this. I think we're going to go ahead and, let's see, we can betroth her to someone. The Duke of Orkney may not be such a horrible idea. I think I'll go ahead and do that. She's going to lose a little bit. There's little to no issue with that. Alright, we got a bit more money. I'm going to take a look and Actually, I'm going to go back to Gwynedd here. I believe Gwynedd is currently as upgraded as it can get. Maybe. We'll take a look here in a bit. But I'm going to go ahead and find some of the cheaper upgrades in each of these areas. Alright, we still haven't set... I forgot to set a guardian for her, so we're just going to hand her off to somebody. It doesn't really matter. We are looking for some cheap upgrades to all of our areas. Appears I haven't built a stable in a lot of areas, so that's what we're doing right now. Alright, and the cheapest we have here is going ahead and building up to a large stable. Alright, and I'm actually going to go ahead and spend the money required to hold a grand tournament. Taking a look at the factions, the most powerful we have is getting up to about 17%. And that's going to be pressing Murdoch MacKenneth's claim of Goodwick. We just had somebody join Prince Ost Cardiff. That's jumped up to a fairly high level. Something I don't really want to deal with. Let's take a look real fast. It's going to cost me 35 gold to jump that up. I have no problem with that. We'll also make him the master of the horse. We have begun the tournament. England is expanding its holdings that it has. It appears maybe by one province, possibly two. And it could possibly go back to having a larger portion of it. Alright, one of my bastard kinsmen won the tournament. And we have just had a heresy appear in Gowrie. We're going to pause real fast, and we are going to send our court chaplain up to convert the heathens. Alright, the Spymaster of Ross has taken second place. And third place is by Fergal Ua Neil Noigalak. I'm sure I said that horribly. But that one's finished as well. Glancing back, the Ocanet have expanded maybe a little bit more. You can see everybody here likes us a little bit more. The Ocanet have expanded out fairly far. Ruthenia seems to have reformed, though they are currently at war. It appears among themselves a little bit. Sweden has finally reformed into a large area. Maybe that's Denmark that I'm thinking. Alright, swinging down, I'm actually going to go ahead and usurp this. Maybe. I think I'm going to hold on to that until I'm certain I want to attempt the rush into it. Taking a quick look at de jure duchies, I do control one of the areas within that duchy. Alright. Duke of Cornwall is attempting to fabricate a claim on Wales, and that's one thing we will not abide. So we're going to hit OK on that. I'm going to pause. We have a very low chance of actually arresting him, so we're just going to tell him to knock it off. Alright, and he has allowed it. Taking a look, our heir is up to 14 and is still Scottish. I've had him quite long enough. That he should be Welsh by now. Taking a quick look, we have a vassal inheritance warning. The King of England is going to apparently take a barony here in Strathern. Popping up here, taking a look at our laws, you can see that we have a medium pretty much in everything, and I've got a large city taxation. Medium and medium. Okay. So my laws are basically sitting in a good spot right now. Now, we've had a couple of legalism jumps in our area, which means that we'll have a slightly higher bonus for when we take over, when a new king takes over. Right, and as you can see, we have completely upgraded Aberfraw here. I'm actually going to start throwing a little bit of money into building up my cities. Alright, and my grandson wants to become zealous, and I have no problem with him becoming zealous. Alright, we had a peasant revolt in Leinster. Pause real fast, just pull up various areas here. Both of these are actually separate now. I have to figure out why that is. Set some people I don't like in, or that don't like me would be the better explanation here. Send the three dukes in to battle that out. Taking a quick look, you can see that we have the Duchess of Leinster here. But apparently there's a Duchess of the Isles, and she also controls Ossory. So that's the issue right there. Get this started again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let the clock run out to the first, and we're going to call it at that point. See, there's no issue in taking care of the revolt that happened there. And we have stolen a little bit of technology. Okay, and we found some more culprits again, so we're going to go blame them for something and forgive them for it as well. I believe we're getting that because we're paranoid. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to build the university for them. And in fact, I may do it for all these areas, because I kind of want my technology rates to jump up. What do we got going on here? There's also an internal war going on currently. For some reason, there's a rather large army in the middle of England, and I'm not too certain about how they got away with that. Percentage is still in favor of the King of England by 23%. Alright, we got up to the first a little bit faster than I thought we would, so what I'm going to do is, actually, I guess I'll allow one more year to pass. He is still Scottish. Well, it's appearing I may lose a lot of the money spent on the longbow ranges and things of that nature. Now we can build a castle city there. I'm going to go ahead and spend the money on that. Taking a quick glance around. Castle infrastructure isn't high enough on that yet. So apparently Perfect Lord got the bonus to castle infrastructure the fastest. We'll clear these out real fast. Still trying to just sit above 500. One of the things you want to do is, like what we're doing here, building up these areas as much as we can, is in the off chance that there's ever a large revolt and that we can't put down. Any area under our control, in that case, will likely stay under our control. And it would be a rebuilding game at that point, of course, but having this be as powerful as it is good for us. Alright, and our child here is wondering about the peasants that are all his to control. We can tell him that's right, or we can say, though he's under curfew. And this is likely going to give him wrath or proud. I'm hoping he gets proud. He gained the wrath trait. He finally got a good negative bonus. Or, he finally got a negative bonus. And I don't have much longer to turn him Welsh, so we may have a Scottish king. Okay, my mother has finally passed away at the age of 84. She actually lived out quite a while. Alright, a murmur was heard when I judged the felon to death. We gained 15 prestige for that. We got two quick weak claims that have popped up here, and a lot of them are over here on claims from England. But alright, we have a very likely that we're about to have a Scottish heir. Simply because I can't figure out how to fix that. It's I4 down here, who's also attractive. What we may do is hope that we live out 10 years and change over to an elective set. As you can see, he finally came of age, and he is still Scottish. And he did not get a good learning. As I said, that may be an idea, is simply attempt to change over to elective and elect one of my sons. I'm not sure how much anyone else would actually join along with that, but it appears we don't have much choice in the way of I guess we have a Scottish king coming up for the Welsh Empire. I'm not sure that that's the best thing for us. We may have to figure out how to put a Welsh king back on. And in that period of time, don't spend anything on upgrading cultural specific buildings. We're going to go ahead and do that. I'm actually going to let the clock run out to the first of the year. And we will let you guys go at that point. Take a look at the best diplomacy we got floating around and find Welsh. That's going to be us. much rather have a better learning bonus. So I may go ahead and hand him off to the bishop here. Appears to be fairly decent across the board. So we're going to hand him to the bishop. Alright, taking a look back at Aberfraw, we still haven't unlocked anything here. So, I'm going to find something else to build. Build up to a castle city. And build up to a large castle city in Caerwent. And these will increase our direct money gains. Taking one more look, the Byzantine Empire has begun to split again. Georgia is pretty much the culprit here. The Okhanites haven't expanded too much more. They appear to be finishing up Karu and stuff down here. Ruthenia is bigger than ever. In fact, Ruthenia is now the biggest area, bar none. Likely can't match the power of the Holy Roman Empire or anything of that nature, but that is a lot of area. But we're going to swing back down real fast. I have a revolt that has occurred in Scotland. Oops. Send them both into Athol. Alright. And we have finished our goal of becoming exalted among men, which means we are now known as King Sinfin the Great. I'm going to pause real fast, do the same thing again, where we flip these guys around and start tossing in people we don't like. And send them at them. We've got one more month, and I'll go ahead and let you guys go. Alright, we have a merchant telling us about Hindustan, and he has allowed a eunuch to join our court. Alright, one of our courtiers passed away, and we inherited the barony from him that he was part of, just down here in Dorset. And we're going to go ahead and just turn around and immediately give that away. And clear that out, telling us about who he's no longer helping with. I'm going to go ahead and usurp. No, we're still going to hold off on that. I'm not going to do that just yet. Let's go ahead and let this finish up real fast. We have won the battle against the rebels in Scotland. So we're going to disband them. And here's where I'm going to let you guys go. We ran a little bit long, and I apologize for that. But we did get quite a bit done. Sadly, our person we mentored forever didn't become Welsh, and he's not exceptionally worthwhile. So I may press for, I can actually set it up now, press for elective monarchy. Now, one of the issues here is that it'll make everybody dislike me quite a bit, but I did get a bonus just from becoming great. I would want to change it almost immediately right back to primogeniture. So I'm thinking what I may want to do here is simply go on a bit of a killing spree. and just kill down until I'm happy with a good Welsh inheritance. And I think we might go ahead and do that. In fact, he's the Duke of Albany. I'll be sending my Spymaster right back there, and we'll be starting with that next episode. Let's go ahead and throw him back into here, I believe, is where he's at. Yep. Like I said, we're going to start with that next episode and start pruning the tree a bit further. But alright, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll see you during the next episode. Thanks for watching.